Well, good evening and welcome to My Psychic Connection. It is Wednesday night. We are halfway through the week. Y'all know what that means. We are here with Trinity Black.
Hey, everybody. It's a beautiful night. We got Moon in Cancer, everybody. This is, as you know, and the reason I like to talk about the moon is because the moon, and if you look on your birth chart and you see where your moon is, that's your natural instinct. That's your gut. That's your survival. And when you
Nice.
mix that with Cancer, okay, and Cancer is like, her being the moon almost. So that's the nurturing, stabilizing, tough love, mother love. That's the ruby. That's the ruby crystal. So all I'm saying is after tonight, tomorrow, the moon will be in Leo. And that's when we're hitting all the fire and your child ways, your innocence, your like just get in touch with your inner cat. If you have a pet cat, pet your cat. Watch your cat. Because hey, I'm excited too, Rhonda. You said, hey, I'm super excited. Hello, Amy. We love you too.
Yes.
Hi, Emily, darling. Hey.
Love it. All of our peoples are coming in.
I didn't want to take too long with that little talk, but let's just say
Hey,
that
guys. There's nothing wrong with Cancer.
it's a great night.
Here, guys. I'm a Cancer.
Oh, are you really?
I
I would
am.
have never known. You had me pegged as a Virgo. You got me pegged as a Virgo or a Taurus the way you work. You're just like on the grind. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm putting people down on the list as I come through the door. As you guys come through the door, just say, hey, your name will go down on the list. As of next week, we're going to do something really cool. I know that everybody gets on the list of like, am I next? Just kind of hang in there as we go down the list. We try to get to each and every one of you. I did have to block some people last night. It was unfortunate, but they just wouldn't follow the rules, nor would they, do what was asked. So there's another thing that I wanted to touch base on. There is after the show ends, there is some group of trolls that kind of like scam all the psychic websites and stuff. So if you get contacted outside of after the show is over, know that that's a troll and just to beware. And Lila, you were already added to the list, sweetie. You came in, you said, hey, I added you to the list. So the thing is that I just want you guys to know that, and just to be aware of those. Just don't answer them. As I see them come in, I try to delete them the best I can. But sometimes when you got to go down to go to sleep, they sneak in while you're sleeping. So just don't respond to them because we don't talk to anybody outside of the show after that. So just, hey, everybody, we got Jeannie. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? And Kristen and Christina, or Christine and Christina. And all right. So, guys, I'm just writing everybody's names down. Now, as I was talking about the list, as we were, everybody waiting patiently and things like that. So we are going to do something fun. We're going to add a jump the list button. A jump the list button is if you donate, there'll be a button on the ad that says jump the list. Click that button, donate the $5. You will jump to the head of the list, and you'll be able to get your question asked. Now, let's say 5 or 6 of you do that. It's still going to go in the order in which you guys added, but you guys will be ahead of the list. And then when we get done with those, we jump right back to the spot we were at prior. So that's how we were going to handle jump the list. So get ready for that, guys. It's going to be fun, and I can't wait. Because I asked you guys about it last night, you totally enjoyed it. So tonight is a night when we're here with Trinity Black. Trinity Black speaks with the spirits as they come through. Sometimes during the day, they leave some messages for her to deliver to you guys. And when she connects to your energy, she'll know who it is. And maybe someone who isn't ready or willing to come to the surface with their question. She may even have something for her spirit that will connect with them. And it may even connect with you. So it's one of those cool things. So it's how that mediumship stuff works, guys. If you guys got a question about spirit, she's going to talk to you about it. Please try to get a specific question to see if we can't get the answer direct. But she's going to tell you what spirit has to say for you guys, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. Now, I see a whole bunch of people coming in. that Kay, your calling on the website doesn't count for what's happening here, honey.
Yeah.
So that's a totally different entity, honey. And you get what you pay for when it comes to the site. So that kind of can be taken as an insult, just so you know. So
how long has Kay been around? Maybe what, 7 years? Almost 10?
Kay's been around a really long time. We've talked to her on and off. So she's one of our number one fans. I just let her know that other people may see that as an insult. So
oh, definitely. Right.
Jace, you're on the list. So everybody who's coming in saying hey and things like that, you guys are on the list. We're going to get to these readings right now. Trinity, you have anything you want to add before we jump on, or?
I didn't get any messages from Spirit this week. Go figure, right? I had a notebook and pen and everything. I have a guest speaker here tonight, so I just was like, okay, Journey's guest has a guest, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and let's take these calls or these messages as they come in. We're going to start with our first one. Our first one coming from Virgo Queen. It says, hello, Ryan and Trinity. Good to see you both. I would like to know, when will the guy I'm dating and me be more stable emotionally? And
I know the answer. I'm sorry. We did this one last week. I remember it. Yeah, it's in 6 months. It's in 6 months. Virgo Queen. Wow, look at you go, girl. We just had this talk, and you know what? You've been really, and I mean really, doing your very best. I've been watching you. You've been bringing balance. You're making plans for the future. You're doing your, I call them positive affirmations. So, I know when we spoke last time and the stability in the relationship, it did look like it would be towards the end of the year or early next year. But at this time right now, it looks more accelerated. And the reason is because, like I said, sometimes the things we think and feel can actually have an effect, okay, on how fast or slow things go. So I feel like I have very good news for you, Virgo Queen. You and him, you're working together. Like, you've been listening to Journey, you've been listening to me, you've been talking maybe to other people, but most of all, you've been listening to yourself. You've been listening to your inner being, and that is actually causing a lot more stability than the last time I've spoke with you. Where last time I spoke with you, I did see you going through a lot and carrying heavy burdens and feeling like there was too much weight on you at some point. I saw you looking at families, looking into your future. Like, Virgo Queen, you're Virgo all day, because that's what you are. You're practical, and you plan, and you like to do it method, step by step, build things up. You want to build a legacy. And I know that's why children keep coming in the picture. But everything has its perfect time and place. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what Spirit's saying. When you're doing the best you can, there's nothing more you can do except relax and allow the good things to come in. But always, when you do mess up, don't try your best not to put yourself down, because that's not going to be good. And you are at times, and this is what Spirit's saying, and I'm gonna even show you this card here too.
Because I let go of so many things that didn't suit me.
Right, now this is your next battle for next week or the next few weeks.
Ooh.
Now, see, I'm seeing Two of Swords here, but I'm speaking of Virgo Queen. So when I apply that, I see the waters coming, and it's like about to rain or storm. She's got the 2 swords, the 2 different mindsets. Basically, point and blame. I said point and blame. Blame. But what I'm trying to tell you is the self-criticism. I don't know the best way to walk you through that, but you just have to stop doing it. And I don't mean immediately like snap tonight, but when you criticize yourself for now, just battle yourself and say, okay, maybe I fell short here, but then look what I did there. And it's not arrogant, it's not narcissistic, it's not conceited, it's not you think you're too good. No, it's just accepting the natural reality. You're a very humble woman. Okay, well, I'm gonna send this back to Journey now, but it was always a pleasure talking to you, Virgo Queen.
All right.
Okay.
Says, do you see though when him and I will be better positioned emotionally?
Oh, I didn't even answer that. It might be sooner. It looks like in about 6 months, 3 to 6 months. And Journey, you might see. Yeah, it's building. Journey said too, a reconstruction, a build up, and Virgos. That's what they do. That's what Virgos do. They build things up. That Earth sign, that virtue.
Everything. Look, they take a step back, look at everything, and then they refix it. Then they take a step back, do the same thing, and refix it because they want to. Virgos are always searching for that balance. They're on a constant search for the balance.
Yep.
So they're always, what can I do to fix something? And sometimes with Virgos, they don't always need to fix the situation. They need to let the time play out. And then they start messing with it, and it can screw with what they're doing in their lives. That's why they're always taking a step back, looking at things and trying to refix it because they fixed something that wasn't broke. And then they screwed it up, and now it's broke, and now they're going to try to fix it. And then they end up back where they were. Yep. And then they're like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have messed with that. She says, yes, we're building up better foundation. Yes, you are.
So she really listened to you and took your advice and analyzed it. You know what I'm saying? And she changed her approach to how she communicates with him. And now he doesn't feel like he has to prove himself. Now he feels like, okay, she gets me. And now it's making the relationship smoother. Like the audience might not know that, but Virgo Queen knows that. She knows she's been putting her work in.
So the thing is that, everything that they're doing is going to come together. So that's really what I saw here. Virgo, the thing is that you guys are building, she says, intimacy between us has been a bit off. Oh, but everybody has their moment when it comes to intimacy. We all have our moment. Sometimes we're just not in the mood. And that seems to be the situation here. It's not something that's a forever thing. It just, we adjust, we move back and forth, we grow. After we get past that growth, we become very intimate again. So these patterns happen sometimes, but don't expect them to continue to be that way. They will get better between y'all. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much for your question, Virgo Queen. And we're going to go ahead and take our next question. All right. Let's keep her going, guys. As soon as you guys get on here, I'm going to add you to the list. So next question coming from Jasmine. Jasmine wanting to know, is A playing games with me? He's talking to every girl except me.
I love the gifts you have because you totally answered your own question. There you go. Yeah, of course he's playing games, but he's not intentionally doing it. A is not sitting there like, you know what, I'm going to say this and do that just to mess with her or just to make her feel this way. A is a carefree person. A tries to cover up and masquerade things going on within A's life. And I don't judge that. I don't think it's wrong, but I don't judge it whether it's wrong or right. But look at comedians, how if they're heartbroken or sad, they laugh and make jokes. So with A, he's got some really deep things going on in A's life, which causes these type of things. Now, as far as talking to every girl except you, there's a reason for that. And it's like based in fear on some levels, and also based in and I'll show you a card here and there. We have the moon here. I have a few cards, but if you see the moon, there's things in the shadows. There's things that are not fully brought out into the light yet. This thing takes time. The question is, Jasmine, and this is a good one. How do you feel about your self-stability? And when I say that, I just mean, are you talking to you? Are you friends with you? Are you enjoying you? Do you like you, Jasmine? These are questions we all have to look at sometimes when we want that outside relationship, but also remembering, Jasmine, look on within the inside. So that's my answer to you. You're right. He is playing. It is a game, sort of, but it's not a harmful, malicious, intentional game. And he is hiding things and trying to work out other things. But the spirit is saying to me to remind you to make sure you are your best friend and make sure you are giving yourself exactly what you want. And then it will lead on. You will attract that more. So I hope I've been a help to you and anyone else who might want to hear that too, or who didn't want to hear it, because that's always fun. And I'm going to send it back to Journey.
Absolutely.
Oh, thanks, Journey.
So the thing about it is, the games that A is playing they're just gonna continue. Seriously just gonna continue. He's not interested in anything that's solid at this time. And when he looks at you, he sees you as a solid person. So the reason you're not getting that communication out of him and getting that direct communication is because he knows you're not the girl that he needs to be playing games with. So he's leaving you out of that ring of people that he's talking to. And why? Because you're somebody he can be serious with. You're somebody he can gain feelings for. And it's the last thing he wants to do is hurt you. But at the same time, while he's talking to all these other people, he's hurting your feelings now because you're not getting a chance to communicate with him. But in all honesty, it's best that you don't communicate while he's going through this phase of what he's doing, because those things are going to change. So, this is the best time for you to, work on yourself, be your own best friend, as Trinity was saying, and, kind of live your life for you at the moment, because all that is definitely going to change. And the energy is going to go in a direction which, makes things good for you. So just hang in there, don't allow this to throw you off, because A doesn't look like your game. I don't feel as A being the man of your dreams. When I remember how I talk about finding your man in shining armor, well, he's the idiot in tinfoil. So try to keep your distance from him, because I don't feel like it's a good one for you. All right. Thank you, Jasmine, for your question. And we're going to go ahead and take our next question. Another one coming from YouTube from Selena. Hi, Selena. Says, hi, would love to know what is going on with this guy I've been crushing on, because he knows I like him as more than a friend, but hasn't even tried to reach out to me.
Ditto. Everything we just said to Jasmine. Ditto. The thing is, Selena, you have a crush on him, but that's why I said ditto. And this is a great situation, because I see my psychic connection group, they're similar mindsets on some levels, which is wonderful. This guy that you have a crush on. So I need a little tiny bit of clarification. Let's see again. Like, the radio can't even see this word, so let me say it again. I would love to know what is going on with this guy I've been crushing on. Okay, what's going on with that guy is he's dealing with a whole bunch of issues, and it's not personal. He feels like a lot of things are unjust and not fair. He's a little angry, a little bitter, a little salty. That's what's going on with him right now. Because he knows I like him as more than a friend, but hasn't even tried to reach out to me. Well, let me tell you something, girl. It's too many fish in the sea. And I'm a Pisces, so I can tell you that. Selena, you're a beautiful woman, and men should be beating down the door to get to you, girl. I'm trying to tell you. So that is, to me, a good sign that even though you have a crush on him, keep in mind the attributes and qualities this guy has, and hold that within you, because you can find that in someone else. I don't care if it's his eyes. I don't care if it's his personality. You know what I mean? There's more than one person in the world. I'm trying to tell you. Now, let me see what the cards are saying too. Hold on.
She says, yeah, his family. Yeah, he has family issues and some ex-girlfriend drama.
I see what you're saying, and now that you said that, I do get that intuition that he has said and done certain things. Oh, you're beautiful, girl, and your sister's going to make it through eventually. Just ignore it for a while. But the thing is, he has said and done things to show you there's an attraction there. It's not like you're just like gawky-eyed over him for no apparent reason. There's been things said and done to where he's made it known, like, like that. But I'm not sure that you and him are on the same page as what you would want in a relationship. And that lingering energy from the ex-girl, that's not severed yet. But like he kind of, I want to say he almost wants revenge on that girl. You know what I'm saying? For things, for lies and treachery and how he feels betrayed. But he hasn't fully released that yet. Like it's not at the full end of that cycle. So Selena, what we want for you is better. We want you to get into liking with someone who's on the same page as you, with common interests as you. And that's why I'm telling you, take his good characteristics and attributes that you really like a lot, hold on to it, wish good intentions for him even, but try not to let yourself get too upset over it. Because that's like really important, because it does.
She says he does want her because she doesn't want him. She just wants his money.
Oh, wait a minute. Right, he doesn't want her because she doesn't want him. She just wants his money. That was tricky. But let's just say, now, we can't do much about him, but you have complete power and control over, and you have complete, you know what I mean? You were born with the gift of free will and the ability to adjust things to your liking. So I just say, write a new script. Write a script where you have a crush on a cute guy and he's crushing on you and you're gradually coming together, things like that. But if this ex is still getting money from him, that's like part of what I'm talking about. The cycle's not ended. And he definitely is going to get his revenge on her. And trust me, you don't want to stand too close to that. I'm gonna give it to Journey, that tinfoil guy. You don't want to get too close to that when him and her start battling, when it gets to a head.
Exactly. All right, Selena. The energy that I saw circling the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend situation, she's definitely just full of drama. What she's doing too is also causing drama for him, so that he doesn't explore going in a different direction and making a connection with, let's say, you or somebody else. I keep seeing, that he is trying to break free of it, but at the same time, he's still entertaining her. So he has to stop the entertainment. And the entertainment is communicating with her negativity, fighting with her constantly, allowing her in his life. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. But I definitely feel like he's, trying to, I see him breaking free, but it's trying to get away from her, entertaining that anger, that attitude, her still infiltrating his life with her lies and crap. She goes, Selena says, he doesn't give money, but she wants it, and she is dramatic as heck. Yeah, well, I didn't see him giving her money. I'm just saying that he's too busy entertaining her drama. He's going to have to stop with the drama. She's going to come at him, try to talk to him. It's all drama. It's all fake. We all know what her number one goal is to get to that money. But she's not made it far enough in to infiltrate that. And I get here that it's never going to happen. It's just drama. And he has to let it go. So allow that to be released. That's what he's got to do. So if he ever asks you about that, just say, stop entertaining her. If you could stop the entertainment, it loses its fire. The fire goes out. She finally moves on. Then block her from everything. Holy cow. Please block her. Change her phone number. Move. Do what you have to do. Get the hell away from this weirdo. He really needs to just take the step up. If he really wants the drama to end when it comes to her, cut the crap. Anybody can make something stop. You just have to put your foot down. And sometimes it's not always pretty. You can ask somebody politely, numerous times. If they continue to keep up, then you got to take that next step, which is holding that firm grip, that stern hand, saying, no, I'm blocking you from everything. If you try to get past that, then I will change my phone number. I will do something else. I will press charges if you don't leave me alone. There are steps that you have to take. Hopefully you take the other steps before you go pressing charges on somebody. But you know what I'm saying? That's where he needs to be. He goes, haha, yes, block her and leave her alone. I agree. Exactly. That's where he needs to be. So, I mean, like I said, I know he asks occasionally things and questions with you, but the family drama, that's going to be hard. Sometimes you just got to let families do their thing and step back and let them, have their moment and say what they've got to say to each other so they can learn their lessons and that the other people in the family can see how that other person is rather than trying to control that situation. Then with her, it's a simple block. It's a simple stop entertaining her energy. Plain and simple. She can kick rocks, hit the ground like a safe, whatever she's got to do, whatever makes her feel good, but she's just got to go away. And just, once you stop the entertainment of that, you should be good. All right. Bring back Trinity.
Cinnamon sticks, Selena. Cinnamon sticks. I say that to say, I noticed like there's something going on with your digestion. And every now and then, if you make some nice hot tea and like get the natural bark of it, cinnamon sticks, that's really good for indigestion. It's a lot of stuff that make you sick to your stomach going on right now. And literally your stomach is filling it. You know what I mean? So no, it's not you. And no, you don't look fat. You look perfect for where you're at. We're always evolving. And I wouldn't stress on that. You look great. Don't trip on it. And I know you're like, well, that's just my picture on Facebook. You don't see this. Well, hey, I keep telling people on here, I had 8 children. You know what I'm saying? So I know a little bit about stomachs and stress and digestion. Didn't finish. I went to college, but not for medical, but I can tell you a little bit about that. Some tea and cinnamon, and even on some days when it's very cold and snowy, make sure you put that heating pad on, girl. Even though you're young, you can still warm up your certain parts of your body. And if you do that, you'll feel alleviated and it'll bring out your energy more. You're so welcome, Selena. God bless you.
All right. Well, we're going to keep on going here and go ahead and take our next question. Our next question coming from YouTube, from Shay Joy. Shay Joy says, I am the admin for a job for 13 years now, stable and has benefits. I'm a nurse by profession and had the opportunity to become a nurse. Do you see me as a nurse and soon working overseas? Is it worth it? Good question.
I needed a nurse right now because I didn't even finish school for medical. I went for behavioral therapy. So 13 years. Well, the question is right now, okay, with this corona going on and traveling bans, do you really want to uproot and consider that? Like, does it have to be within this year of you going overseas right now? Because I'm not seeing that for you right now. I'm seeing that, I do see that you want to, hold on, let me, I do have to go over the question again. And Journey, your reading is awesome and everything too, but it's a big long sentence. I want to clarify. I'm in the administration job for 13 years now, stable and has benefits. There's your answer right there. You want to keep your stability and add on to it. I'm a nurse by profession and had the opportunity to become a nurse. Okay. Do you see me as a nurse and soon working overseas? Is it worth it? Because you have the nurse degree, yeah, you can keep your stability of your job for 13 years, but there is still like home health care. There's so many options for nurses and they're so needed. But I'm seeing some things with your family. I'm seeing things with your family and some friends who I want to get deep on you, Shay, that you've actually made commitments with before you were born. So you leaving and going overseas would cause a little heartache and cause a little stumbling in their paths, because sometimes before we're born, well, all the time before we're born, we do set up a lot of things for our incarnation. And I'm telling you now, you have two girlfriends who really look to you, and it's not about them, it is about you and what you want. I agree with that. But there were words said and commitments said, and I believe it's a niece you have too. Yes. So there's people that you affect right here and right now just by being you. And you helping a whole lot of people. This overseas situation, I do see it for you. I do. I do. But we want to use the practical application of looking at what's going on as well. And what's going on right now is the traveling situation. There is the COVID situation. There is the strange and unusual environment. So I'm hoping that you'll take that in consideration. And as far as your job for 13 years, I think that's good, and the stability is good. And if you're able to, you should try to hold on to that a bit longer until society in itself gets stable. But the nursing, that's something that's in you. So Shay, you know I was right about the cinnamon sticks, right? But yeah, you understand how certain things going on with us emotionally and how we think can affect the physical body. And sometimes you have to work on your area where you're at first before you run over far away and help the others out there. You got to help what's in here. And that's what's going on. These people love you and they kind of need your help. They really do. So going overseas, that might be something you want to look at for long range. But of course, like I was just saying recently, we always have the power to execute our free will, and be damned. The law of attraction is going to come either way, but what you put out comes back to you. So with that being said, you know what I mean? You can do it, but I'm also reminding you that, yeah, you do have commitments and obligations you made with people, and they're counting on you over here. But to each his own. Okay, Journey, I'm going to turn that back to you now.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Shay. The energy that I saw circling this is that, only you can tell yourself, is this good for me? Am I looking for that change? And the answer to this is yes. You are, I understand being comfortable and being stable, but you've been looking for a change in your life. The opportunity, you even asked the universe to bring you some change, something new, something fresh. And I see that your prayers are being answered. What you're asking the universe for is now upon you. Now, I feel like you need to take the next steps because I feel like you've hesitated on those steps. So the opportunity is there, but you haven't taken any steps in order to get to accepting this opportunity and walking that opportunity forward. So now is the time to take those next steps. And I feel like once you get that, you'll be good. All right. Thank you so much for your question tonight. It was a really good one, and I want to say thank you. All right, guys. On my list next, I've got Rhonda, Amy, and Emily. And we're getting to the rest of the questions as they come through, so just know that we're being put on the list. So Rhonda, sweetheart, please ask your question for me. And then Amy and Emily, get your questions ready as well. And then we'll go ahead and go from there. Shay says, thank you, Ryan and Trinity. No problem, guys. No problem. All right, Trinity. Let's look at this next question.
Oh, sorry.
Rhonda.
A lot going on over here.
Noises are going on over there, huh? All right, so do you see anything happening in regards to my love life? I have a crush, Rich, and an ex, Kent, lingering around. Are either one of them the one for me, or is there someone else coming along?
Well, the ex still hasn't gotten over you yet, so he's going to keep resurfacing probably for a little while still. Let's look at your love life. Let's look at Richie Rich. I see potential with Rich. I see potential with Rich, but you want to take it slow. And you know what? Sometimes when we have I'm trying to think of the word, when Mercury goes in reverse. What's that word, Journey? Retrograde.
Yeah, I was just about
Sometimes things do come back. When the planets start going retrograde, sometimes things from the past do come back. Let me see your love life. Now, see, to me, your love life looks like it's going to pick up more around April and May. By July, you'll have a lot of solidification, physical manifestations where you'll know more. But I'll definitely break this down and look at both guys quickly again and go over your question again. Do I see anything happening in regards to your love life? I do. I see that you will be in a growing relationship as far as getting to know a person and romantic feelings. And it's going to grow and blossom more towards late spring, early summer situation. The crush on Rich, like I said, there's potential with Rich. Okay, there is potential with Rich. That's all I see. Like you and him, you were destined to meet, pretty much. He's really into work. His mind. He's like very focused and concentrated, and that's why there's a question. Like I have a crush on him. Does he crush me back? Of course, of course. He sees you're attractive. He knows you have a lot of good qualities he would like in a woman if he were to settle down and be serious. Rich, like I said, he's working and focused. Even if it's not a physical job, he's definitely working on a monetary foundation and trying to build that up. The ex Kent, he's lingering around because he still didn't get over you. He's dealing with some guilt issues, believe it or not, over you. And I feel like he kind of wants to try to get another chance to make it right. But he's there's like he doesn't know what he wants. I'm feeling like there's other women around Kent too. Like Kent doesn't really know what he wants to be emotionally fulfilled. So sometimes when you like don't have that, like that, you know what I mean, that eagerness for that fulfillment, sometimes it takes longer to come or might not come the way you expect it. So, and what's that last part of the question, Journey? Because there was one last thing I didn't get about that. Then it says, are either one of them the one for me, or is there someone else coming along? I definitely see someone else coming along. I definitely do see that. A dark person with dark hair. But yeah, I do see a guy though, and you might actually know him now, but yeah, he's like about 5'9", almost 6 feet, medium built. He got dark hair and he has very good hygiene. In the spiritual realm, sometimes that's like one of the first things coming to me because I'm like, he smells nice. Ooh, yeah, Journey. He's like, dude, like around you, Journey, your house is smelling like good food, you know, a little kind of pet conditioner. I'm smelling dog cleaner and stuff. Whew. But anyway, yeah, baloney.
No, I said Armani, not baloney. Gross.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad you clarified that. That's crazy. It's like I'm here in the spirit, but not in the natural realm. Like, wait, we need to fix these where's that nurse at anyway? I need to fix my hearing.
Right.
But yeah, you're looking forward to good things, girl. Like I said, you're definitely, and you're entitled to it. You deserve good love, and your relationships are supposed to feel good. Kent doesn't feel good, and the guy you have a crush on, that's not feeling too good either, because he's not on the same path as far as what you're wanting in a relationship. What you're wanting is that that friendship, lover, ideal situation of someone you can share with.
She says, wow, you're really spot on. Rich is really into work, and Kent does feel guilty. Laugh out loud. Thank you so much. Laugh out loud. You two are so funny.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. But when you meet Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome, he's going to be wanting you too. The same. He's looking for someone like you now. And like I said, you might know him. He actually might be in the shadows right now. But then there's a blonde hair guy too. He's a little shorter. He's like 5'7". He's a short guy, but he's stocky and built. He likes to work out.
And that's baloney.
I thought he was trying to say bull crap in a polite way. Like, that's baloney. My house don't smell like food. No, he said Armani.
Armani.
Wow.
Because you know that's the clone I wear.
Yeah. Who could tell? Because when Thanksgiving comes, you get to making so many good pies. I don't know. I'm just like, ooh, food.
All that good cooking, you know me. I'm always something. I was thinking about putting together a cooking show. That's something that's in the mix of something. And I was just wondering if, people would watch that. So I'm thinking about it. But I want to make meals where, realistic meals. You always see those shows where they make all this fancy crap. And you're like, I'm not buying that. I'm not spending $926 on that slab of meat. And I'm not getting that either. But I always have a way of making some of the most simplest foods taste absolutely amazing. I get compliments all the time, as you already know, for knowing me for as long as you have, how that comes along. And Kay says, I want tall, dark, and handsome.
Kay, you have them, honey. I don't know what's going on with you, but it's like when you drop food in the fish tank and all the fish come up. And some of them, they want you to be a sugar mama girl. Like some of the young boys are even into you, Miss Kay. Like 10 years younger. They're like, right. You want to be a sugar mama?
You hear this, Kay? Are you paying attention?
The Price is Right, baby.
Just don't end up on The Price is Wrong, because it's a terrible show.
Yeah.
Amy says, a cooking show would seriously be amazing, and I'd absolutely watch it. Well, thanks. She says, same. I do have him. I just want to throw him out the door sometimes.
Wow. Well, she already mentioned that they're both their birthdays are coming up, so you better hold on to them a little bit longer. February's coming. It's birthday season and income tax season, girl.
Anniversary season, y'all. Anniversary season.
Yes, it is.
Got some anniversaries, a couple of them.
We got February, we got March for My Psychic Connection.
Yeah, March and My Psychic Connection, March 21st.
I'm really waiting for you to get a horse, though, Journey.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that because my husband just got done telling me we're going to a place. This lady's got like 10 horses, and we're gonna apparently help take care of them. And so voila. It's already in the works. And I know as soon as we start leasing them over there, give it 3 weeks, I'll be putting up fences in my yard and bringing in horses and putting up stables. You know how I am with animals. I
know. It's crazy because we were talking and the sun card, I'm looking at you and the sun card dropped out. I'm like, isn't that Steven on the horse again? Oh, Journey, he got to get a horse soon. I smell horses around you. Like, where they at?
It's coming. All right. So our next question is coming from Amy, and then we're going to hit Emily, and then Lila, and then Jace. So get ready for your guys' question. Amy, you're next. All right, Amy, let's go ahead and take your question here. It says, I've been trying to reach out to my spirit guides, and what I'm getting is scary. I'm being met with bad things. I've got charged crystals for protection and practice. Advanced grounding and meditation time before reaching out, and it's not changing what I meet with. God, sorry, forgive me for my reading, y'all.
That's okay. You might want to leave that question up there for a minute.
I am.
Questions in my mouth at that point. It's multiple questions, and I do want to get into it. As the question was being put forth, the very thing that stood out was certain words like backbreaking, taking the world on your shoulders. This is too much. This is a lot. This is a lot of energy. So when you reach out to your spirit guides, okay, you're reaching out to your spirit guides, and what you're getting is scary. Okay, That I would need a little more elaboration on, because scary can be multiple things. Scary could actually be fright, like Friday the 13th scary, or scary could be like, this is so awesome, I'm in awe because I just saw this and that happen and heard that. But you're saying I'm being met with bad things. Okay. I've got charged crystals for protection and practiced advised grounding and meditation time before reaching out. And it's not changed what I'm met with. So what I'm getting is, I'll say it again, what's coming up is like, okay, well, this is backbreaking. I'm laboring. I'm working. I'm tired. You're not tired, Amy, but it's sort of like...
It's just dark, demonic, and maybe even evil.
I love this girl. She sees me dancing around a question like Cassius Clay or something like Muhammad Ali. I'm like, boo, boo, boo. We don't want to go there. But because I'm just going by what I'm hearing though. So yeah, I do need clarity with that. So you're reaching to your spiritual guides. Yeah, let's have a talk about that. And what you're getting back, I really would like one example of a manifestation that you received, whether it was a feeling or a physical situation that you received after calling on your spirit guide. And then I would probably be able to answer it better. Because what I'm hearing from your spirit guide right now is, even though you think your mind is clear, you're bringing so much other stuff in with you to the meditation and so many other thoughts. And that's why I said, they're saying is like, right now you are at the end of the cycle of certain things you're working on, but you've been carrying it, heavy loads, heavy loads. It's like the world is on your shoulders. The responsibility is on you, and you're just like looking at things in amazement. That's what I'm hearing from them. But if you want to be on the bright side of stuff, Amy, while you're formulating your details for me, I must say, if you reached out to your spirit guide and then you saw dark and demonic and very scary, and you're still living the next day to tell about it, then your spirit guide is doing a mighty good job. Because if something is dark and demonic and scary and coming at you and you're still here to talk about it, then you're doing pretty good.
Because my eyes were closed, and it was as if before mine was dark in color, radiating power. That's just so overwhelming.
And maybe it is, but isn't that awesome that you're able to see energy though? Isn't that awesome? Like, he didn't choke you, right? You didn't get bruises or anything, right? But isn't that an amazing thing that you were seeking and it came?
I'm gonna say something here too, because what I was seeing on it as well. I just wanted to add to what you were saying when you were talking about she was seeing the power. Was when I got that, I saw that it wasn't the power of the entity in which she was seeing, but her own energy that was something that was radiating, which was pushing whatever it was away from her. So she thought, from what I can see out of that, is I didn't see it was the entity that had the power. It was her with the power. It was overwhelming because you were being protected not only with your own strength, but your guardian angels, your spirit guides. They were protecting you. They were making sure. But the reason you're seeing these things are, to me, a test. As Trinity was saying, this was for you. Isn't it cool that you're capable of seeing it? You didn't get hurt. The thing is that you're seeing these things because you're being prepared for other things. Basically, being able to talk to people who have these things attached. Basically, what I got was that your mediumship is going to be able to warn others of negative entities, seeing demons, knowing the real deal, outside the fake. I mean, this is really amazing things, and your gift is preparing you. These are the beginning steps of preparing you for this type of ability. So I don't feel like you're in harm's way. I feel more along the lines of you are developing your gift in a way that, you know, very few use it in this way, but it's more like a, like, okay, paranormal shows. They're like, oh, take you to this house and there's demons in it, yada, yada, yada. And then you see like a book fly across the room and that's really cool. It intrigues you. You're like, oh, wow. But you're going to walk into that room. They're going to see a book fly across the room, but they're not going to know what threw it. But you are. You're going to see what the hell picked that book up. You're going to see what the hell threw it. So that's what I'm seeing with you.
Yeah. And they interrupted me. So I don't like to say these kind of words. I really don't. But Amy, there's a female out there and she's a little older than you. And she has like an intense hatred over you. And this female happens to be in the dark arts. She's able to astral project. And I'm telling you, when you're seeing and sensing certain things, you say, oh, it's a demon. Sometimes it's just a human person saying, I hate that bee. I wish he would die. You know what I mean? And what's the question? What's the resolution for that? Well, hey, you know what? Just keep being you. Keep putting out your love. Sorry, it's cool. Keep putting out your love. It says, my eyes were closed, and it's as if before me was a tall, dark in color, radiating power that's just so overwhelming. I'm not really sure why it's overwhelming. Now the overwhelming might have been you feeling the fear like this thing is going to hurt me or get me or something bad. But your spiritual guides, you know, and I don't want to sound cliche, but I don't really have a lot of choice. They were with you since you were born, and they have nothing but love for you. They adore you. There was not a day in your life that they didn't show you love and concern and compassion. Your spiritual guides have spoken through people to you. Your spiritual guides have spoken to you and given you messages that have saved your physical life on more than one occasion. Remember when you were a teenager in the car and that driver was drunk? I'm trying to tell you. So I wouldn't slow that down or stop it in any way. But and you've said I have used like salts, I've used crystals, I've used protection, I've used grounding. I assume you even have white candles. But like I said, now with meditation, sometimes you might have to, and I know this sounds weird, but sometimes you might have to physically get in the car and drive away to a nice spot. Go to the woods or the trees or near water or certain energies. Like you said, you make it sound like you were in a room. So like I said, there's other energies there. But I don't see a demon necessarily. Well, well, Journey says take what he says too. But I also am seeing that there's a situation that there is like some, you know what I mean, not very good intentions over you. And like you can't really change that person, that older woman or whatever. All you can do is be your best you and vibrate out your love and keep trying to reach for your angels. And also they told me that you were studying more spiritual things, and because it feels overwhelming, you slack back a little bit. And they said don't feel bad, don't feel confused about that. Hey, you know what, if you feel like you have to watch a little reality TV or sports or cooking shows or anything just to get your mind off of it, that's fine. If you want to go pet an animal or you know, just soak your feet in some salt, that's fine.
The water is always water.
Yeah, I would strongly suggest that about a half an hour away from where you live, there's a really beautiful scene for you, and the water flows nicely, and that looks like a good spot. I mean, half an hour by car, not walking, but about a half an hour. You go up north, go straight up, and make a turn or whatever. There's a nice little stream and some water, and then if you go a little further out, there's a big body of water that would be very nice for you also. And I remember Journey was speaking, and he was saying how if you listen to the water, you can hear spirits speak through it. So wouldn't that be fun also? Trinity had a spirit go by her twice. Who brought me? I'm paid for? I am the
They're your sponsors.
Yeah, I know. My sugar daddy spirits. No, but I like that.
Absolutely.
So good humor. I love good humor.
Absolutely.
That's why you're one of my number one buddies, Journey.
You're
like the king of funny. I'm waiting for the puppet show.
That is coming soon to a YouTube near you. All right. Yeah. All right. So thank you, Amy, so much. Emily, you are next on the list. And yeah, there were spirits going by. Trinity, if you guys are watching her screens and stuff, yes, she's a medium. So
you guys... Oh my God, there's a ghost in here. Oh shit. Hide me. I'm scared. Oh my God. Oh my God. In my room? Oh crap. Oh, where's my sage? Where's my incense? Yo, wait, where's my crystal ball at? I got candles, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. Ghost. No. Oh, she literally saw the spirits going by me, and what a blessing that is. Thanks, guys. I didn't even, maybe when I play it back, I'll see it. But my angels always like to play jokes on me and stuff, so I don't know. It's getting me back from when I was a ghost. I was a bad ghost.
You know, I see on my cam all the time. She constantly tells me, she's like, it's like a hotel here. They just come and go.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's fun. But, you know, she's a spiritual medium, so they are going to come in. They're going to come into the room. You may see them. You may see the waviness in the air. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, and don't be afraid of no ghosts.
Like why is it that like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, and they know that their mission is to, you know what I mean, do detective work, and sometimes it's ghosts, but like how are you gonna have a job like that if you're scared of ghosts? Right. You know? That's what I don't understand.
It's just comical.
A ghost. Right. No. But Amy, you're gonna be fine. She'll be fine.
Oh, absolutely. I just feel as though she's growing spiritually. All right, says Emily is contacting us and says, will my fiance's situation be better by my birthday? I'm trying to hold my head above water without panicking too much, super stressed. I've been working so hard with manifesting.
Wow. The funniest thing about this reading I have for you, Emily, is before when he first mentioned your name, I got one set of cards, and just that quick, the cards all flipped and changed to something different. So, wow, this is deep. So, well, as you know, there's going to be a lot of spirits around you guys for the month of February. Because I told you that like a few weeks ago. I was like, okay, the people who passed away, your husband's sister and these people and the ones with her, they're coming to celebrate. So they are going to be there celebrating your birthday. Your financial situation, I'll come back to that. I'm trying to hold my head above water without panicking too much. Okay, so I'm going to assume if that's what you're doing, then you are practicing deep breathing. You are taking good care of yourself. You are you're like just trying to not put so much attention on problems. Like you're Queen of Swords. You are the puzzle fixer. You are intellectual. You're analytical. But guess what? You got a lot of water in your sign too. Just because your first house, sun in Aquarius, and you have these great mind abilities, you also do have a lot of water abilities and fire abilities. So consider that when you look at your chart next time, because I know you've been looking at your chart. Super stressed. Okay, well, it's normal to be stressed. I mean, look at our environment. Like, when was the last time you could really like go to the movies or go bowling or, you know, just do certain things that you might be accustomed to living a certain lifestyle that has come to an almost halt last year? Of course you're stressed. That's normal. So I think what you do to combat your stress is work out. So when, like I said, when you're doing the very best you can, sometimes you just got to be patient and let it in now. Because you're saying, I've been working so hard with manifesting. Okay, but who are you going to for the manifestation? Like, what is your big inspiration? So the next question I would say is, with the manifesting of what you're talking about. Now, let's talk about money. Money is similar to breath. You breathe it in, you breathe it out. It's going to come back. Yes, I have. I'm trying to figure out my spiritual abilities, and my chart is where I started. Right. Now, you have looked at your chart, so I want you to take heed and pay attention. And when Trinity Black comes on the set, and I start talking about, oh, the moon is here, the moon is there. The moon is about survival instinct. The moon is about, you know what I mean, the nurturing, the family. Like, where are we going to live? What are we going to do? How's this going to go? It's the gut intuition, and it's there every day for us to look at. Right now, like I said, the moon is in, oh, I forgot what I said, y'all. Hold on.
Cancer.
That's a lot of water, though. Moon and moon. But I got to circle back to your birthday, though. For your birthday, there's going to be some surprises coming up. Your finances they're already what I would consider stable. If you ate food today, you're stable. If you got a roof over your head today, you're doing really, really good. So the finances are going to increase. It looks like you'll notice the more change in February. Like when and you're working magic, you're really basically doing some magic things and some spells too. The thing is, that eagerness and that anxiety is like making it look like it's taking longer. Like they say, a pot watched doesn't cook quick enough. So what you want to do is pretend you have it already and just be happy with it. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your gifts. And you can do that better by don't psychoanalyze it. Don't keep analyzing it and looking it over and doubting and going back and forth. And when you do that, don't knock yourself down for it, because you are going to do it. Even though I said don't do it, now you're going to do it more. So that's just life. So now I'm going to read your very last question I have here, because I talk so much I lost myself, girl. Yes, I have. I'm trying to figure out my spiritual abilities. My chart is where I started. Okay, for your spiritual abilities, well, I see some gifts of remote viewing. I see that sometimes you get visions. I see that, like, a lot of times when you take guesses, you are right. And you have a gift of finding out a person's strength and pointing it out and highlighting it. So that's something you do, and you're very good at it. But you also have that gift of ripping someone to shreds. Like, literally, like that sword. Like, your words have life and death in them and power in them. And now it's up to you to choose, like, which way you want to use them on a regular basis. But some days you're going to miss the point, miss the mark. We all do. But I just wanted you to know that like, one of your gifts, that things, when I say gift, I mean something that you're naturally good at, that naturally feels good. You're really good at, like, you can find someone with the it factor. You know how to locate a person who's gifted in music. You know how to really bring out the best in people. And it's like a lot of with your words, because like I said, your analytical skills are top game, but my whole thing is, you don't want to feed into the stress too bad. You want to go home. I mean, you want to go to sleep. Oh, yeah, go home. Because sometimes you're stressed when you're out. You want to go home, get yourself comforted, call it a night, and when you wake up the next day, try again. But when you wake up the next day, don't beat yourself up for what happened yesterday that you can't change. Because Spirit is showing me that's something you're doing very strong, and that's the little snag as you're walking that's causing you to trip. It's the thing of, maybe I should have did it this way or said it that way, or did I do this or that, As you know, like your husband, he's still grieving, actually. He's going through a lot. You and him, same zodiac sign. Sometimes you got to put space in between you two. And if you're physically around and it's harder, you got to put that emotional space in. Well, that's fine. You're going to be okay. You just got to look in the mirror and say, I'm still human too. Yeah, I'm God in human form, but I'm human too. I'm a part of God, I'm a part of creation, and I'm a creator, but I'm human too. And just love yourself. Okay? And like I said, with your husband, is not a whole lot you will be able to do with that, except keep being and doing your best. Yeah, he's grieving, and I know where he's at. I've seen him. He's in denial right now. Last time when we talked, he was in anger and bitterness and regret and guilt. And now and it's not like he's mad all day or anything, but that just pops up. Things remind him of his little sister or big sister, whatever. And now he's in denial about a lot of stuff. And and it's not even just his sister, it's the family dynamics in general. and his past associations. But you can't let that hold you back. But yeah, February and March and April are going to be really good for you guys, despite everything else going on. In general, it's going to be really good. So keep that hope. Your manifestations are going to come to pass. They are going to come to fruition because you're doing it right. You're doing the damn thing. Okay, Journey, back to you.
All right. Basically, the only thing that I could really add to it is just like giving it the time, letting him go through his process of, each process of, getting past something is, looking at it. So you're going to overanalyze it. Then you're going to get mad about it. Then you're going to grieve about it. And then you're going to get a balance with it. And then you're going to come together with it. So just kind of go with the flow of things, allow him to go through these different things. Being there is one thing that's definitely a supportive thing. And, I see that those energies are going to come together. So hang in there, Emily. It's going to get better. All right, guys. Next questions are going to come from Layla, Jace, Christina, Christine. And then we'll go from there. We're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back. Okay. Let's see here. All right, Lila, did you put down your question? Because the questions are starting to disappear here at the top. So I'm looking to see if I got it. Oh, we're missing Trinity. There she is.
Oh, boy.
Trinity's missing.
I know.
I'm trying to find Lila's question.
I probably talked myself into something like, I talked myself so long I got lost in it. I don't know.
We all do it. All right, Lila. I don't see your question here, sweetie. I'm trying to find it, see if I can see it. So many questions that are coming in, so hopefully she just responded. No. All right. All right, so we're going to go from Lila to Jace. Jace, is your question? Let's see here. Let's go back to the top. See if I can't see. It says, I'd love a reading, please. All right, I got that part. Where you at, Jace? Trying to find all this. Give me a second, y'all. All right. There's Joy. There's Amy. Jace, I need your question. I see you said you would like to question. Oh, there we go. Oh, nope, that says appreciate a reading. Yep. All right.
Oh, well, for Chase? Okay. I was going to say.
Yeah, sorry, that's not Jace. Sorry.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Ooh.
It was 4 letters, so I was jumping on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nothing there for Jace. We're going to Christina next. After Christina, we've got Christine. All right. Christina says, Ryan, you said before that listening was super important when Ivan and I came face to face and talked. My question is, what else is important to know about us coming face to face? All right, Trinity.
Wow. When you do see him, he might be what they call on his high horse, like full of himself. He might come off a little unusual, even though I know, like we discussed, you've known him for years and everything. Now, this is what's going on with him. It's still like a long pattern of it. He is actually, I don't know if I want to word it and say he's being healed or he's working on healing, but he's definitely working on and addressing issues with other females in his life as far as maternal figures in his life. That's still a process going on, and him like analyzing things and looking at it and trying to see where he went wrong with things, and he's trying to fix that. As a couple in a relationship, that will certainly be a benefit for you two. Ryan, you said before that listening was super important when Ivan and I came face to face and talked. It's actually super important now also. Listening is very important. And sometimes people talk and communicate not just with words, but what they say with what they do, with their actions. Actions actions do speak louder than words.
She's also asking what is laugh out loud. What else is new with him though?
Well, let me see. I see him facing things, but I also see him hiding. Okay? Hiding. He's hiding. He's like trying to hide parts of himself. He's trying to stay low key, but and oh God, I think I see depression. Oh my God. But that's okay because after he comes out of this, he'll be all the better. He'll be all the better. He's totally thinking about relationships though. He is. But on some level, he's like, I know I got to fix certain other areas too, though. Like these things do need to be dealt with. You know what I mean? And maybe I see him with the older woman because she's in conversation with him. Maybe like a woman's calling him up and saying, are you okay? And what are you doing? And when are you going to get your life together? You know, and she's like a maternal figure in his life, not no girl.
She says, yeah, he is trying to help out people who don't deserve his help.
Well, he feels like he owes. He feels like he owes them. He does. And he does talk to spirits. He talks to himself out loud sometimes too, but I told you this Ivan guy, he had near death experiences, and one day you and him will maybe have that talk a little bit too down the road.
She said, is he
No, the hiding isn't. Oh, I'm sorry, Journey. Go
That's
ahead.
all right, girl. I was just saying it for people that can't see. Says he's trying to hide. Is he trying to hide from me, or how does he feel about me?
I don't see him trying to hide from you personally, like necessarily, but just in general. Because sometimes in life we say or do things that we're a little ashamed of because we haven't really got understanding on why we even did it, and we haven't made that inner peace with ourselves. We do that sometimes as humans. So those things there, he's going to try to hide. So yeah, there's a lot of deception in this game. This is like sex, lies, and videotape. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And little by little, he's starting to get hints and clues and pieces to the puzzle. And as he does, he'll get more clarity, he'll make peace with himself, and then he'll be able to come out and be more open with you about things. So that's what I have for you. And also, I keep urging you, Christina, and you haven't done that part yet. I want you to really think hard about something you like to do that's fun, that's like a hobby. And I don't care if it's playing with the yo-yo or a sports ball or putty or drawing or dancing or singing. Everyone's telling her, tell her to get back to me. You have to get back to you too. But you have done a lot of things that, you know, your inner self is saying to you, and that journey is translated for you, and that I've sent messages for. But as far as the fun stuff, you're like, you're not doing that. It's like you keep putting it off. You just keep getting these inspirations and saying, oh, I'll do it later. Getting these inspirations like, oh, well, so-and-so called, I got to talk. Getting this good idea and saying, oh, well, I'm doing this on the phone right now. Like it ain't going to pay the bills. And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. But you got to have fun. You got to have fun for you too. And when you do these things, it'll take some of the attention off of Ivan. Ivan can come a little quicker than how it feels. And I'm telling you, you'll be much more happy. Sometimes they call it the hermit, where you take time to look within, look in your inner light, look in your inner being, look at your beauty. After a while, you know what? You might even tell yourself, hey, I love Ivan and I always will, but maybe there's more for me out there.
Since I've worked on it, that fun is not happening right now.
And I appreciate you clarifying and confirming what I was saying. You are doing a lot, but like what I'm saying is, see, and I didn't want to say it to you, but we all have like that inner child with us. That 5-year-old that was you, she still exists. She's just an adult now. But every now and then cater to that inner child, that inner you, that inner light, that inner love. and you take life so serious. You take things so hard. You're so determined. You're so helpful. You're so accurate and precise. And hey, that's applauded. People want to be like you. They want to be like you more. They do, and you know it, and they tell you that, Christina. But I don't want you to be sitting with a broken heart. I want you to sit there and have fun. But it don't matter what I want. It matters what you want. But I'm just telling you what they're telling me, and they're saying that will be something that will help you through this Ivan situation. Going back to your hobbies, and if you don't know what your hobbies are, you're gonna have to explore. But have fun with it, and do it quick too. Stop procrastinating. Do it like tonight, tomorrow. Buy something new if you have a few dollars. Some new toys, maybe. Yo. Okay, Journey, back to you.
All right.
Okay.
So the only other thing I could say to you and add to this situation is that, as Trinity was saying about having a hobby, doing something, occupying your time with Ivan is coming. And each day it gets harder because your focus is so strong on him. So right now it's time for you to focus your energies on a different direction until he finally makes his debut. We all know that he's going to come forth. We know that that you and him love each other, but right now he's not quite made it to that part of the situation. So, it's just about sitting there, getting that energy, being able to move forward, and so it doesn't feel like you're waiting on him. That's the last thing you want to be doing, is waiting on him. You want to be focusing your time, your energy on something else. So that's what I was saying, and that's what I was seeing. So I don't want you to feel like you are being, sitting here waiting on something that's hopeless. We knew it wouldn't be until February, until he started to walk in your direction. Yeah, he's hanging around people who, don't have really the right to have his energy. But as Trinity said, she saw it, and I have to agree with her that, he feels like he owes them. For some reason, he feels like he's got to give these people something. So that's what he's doing. He's giving them their time. So don't allow that to interfere with what you got going on. All right.
Journey, she has been listening to you and applying a lot of things you've said to her, and even little tips I've given her, and that's why she's already and all in. When he comes, she is going to listen to him. She is going to support him. She's just not giving that fun time to herself. And she'll do it for someone else. If she sees little kids, she'll be like, oh, she's the first one to buy Christmas gifts half the time. Right. But what about her? Her fun and pleasure.
It's time to have a little bit of that.
Right.
Christina, you are next in line, and then we got Kira, and then Kay, and then Margarita. So just get ready to answer these questions. Gonna ask, guys, if you guys are in here asking if we're still doing readings. Yes, we are. We're going straight down the list, and we're going to be doing them for the next 45 minutes. After that, we will be back on Friday with an amazing special guest. His name is Aquarius, and he's going to be joining us this Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And he may be joining us for a little bit more than that. So
he's a real animated guy too.
Yes, he is.
Big eyes. He's like,
but he's definitely he's still got a great energy, and things are good. Yes, everybody who's been on here that said hello or has put a question, your guys' names on the list. We're just going straight down them, okay, guys? All right, Christina, I don't see you on here. Kira, you are next.
All right.
Kira. She says, will job and studies work together, work out for me? Or would I need to drop one? I don't want to leave my full-time studies, so do I need to sacrifice the job offer instead?
It's going to work out for you. I do have a suggestion, though. Maybe go to YouTube and look it up, but it's a time management situation. It'll be very good for you. You can keep your studies full time and have a job. But you know, I don't want to say sacrifices, but hey, you know what? It's going to be a few months of that. And like your supporters will respect you for that. And the ones who aren't supporting you, yeah, they'll be a little disappointed maybe that you're not able to have as much time or do as much for them. But they'll respect you in the long run and you'll be able to set a good example. But yeah, you could definitely do it. I seen you. I saw your energy. I saw your body. You're in good shape. You're balanced. You have stability. You're ambitious. The only thing you could do that I would suggest, Kiara, is you want to look up time management. You're going to need a planner. You're going to need a calendar, and you're going to still have to schedule in some fun time for you. Just like when we have a doctor appointment or a dental appointment, and we make that appointment and we go, you're going to have to schedule in 15 minutes at least for you to just sit and chill and deep breathe, or 15 minutes just to do something that's pleasurable, even if it's only a little bit of time. And also, I can see you doing these in multitasking because you know for a fact here, there are some jobs you can have where you can still do your studies. That's why I said we have technology. You could be in the car on your way to one job and listening to a download of your class. You're a good student. You're a brilliant person. The only thing that can hinder you is you. So you have people in your corner that are supporting you too. And they've told you, yeah, you should try it. And someone else is like, oh, I don't know if you should do that. You're setting yourself up to fail. Well, the thing is, in that case, when you say sacrifice, it is sort of like, yeah, something has to give, though. You couldn't possibly keep the same exact lifestyle and do school and have the job and keep everything. So, yeah, some things will temporarily be moderated. But I'm just saying, if you do that, will job and studies together work out for me? They definitely will because of time management and because of the fact that on your job, you can still on some time you have lunch break, you have on your way to work, you have on your way back from work. You can memorize things. You can put it. You can download it. You can watch it on YouTube if there's a class you're struggling with, like math or certain things in the medical field. You can like look that up. You can make note cards and carry them with you wherever you go, even if you have to eat and read at the same time. I've done it, so I know it can work. Trust me. You have good memory retention, and that helps a lot. And you're interested in most of your classes. Well, you will be if you're not now, but you will be. And that helps a lot. And you're very motivated to get like a better lifestyle and a higher income and work a career that you're desiring. So because of those attributes, yeah, I definitely say go for it. Or would I need to drop one? I don't want to leave my full-time studies. So do I need to sacrifice the job offer instead? And the job, but I would like let the boss know that you're a full-time student, and I believe they'll work around it. Kiara, your personality is on point. They will see you as a team player worker. They will recognize that you do your best when you're there, even if some days it's not you're on your top of the game. They will work with you. And when finals come, if you feel the need that you have to take off 1 or 2 days, by all means, they'll probably more than likely work with you. Okay, back to you now, Journey. I'm sorry.
We got to come up with a new slogan.
Okay.
All right. The thing is that the things that I was picking up around it too. I like I had said, I felt as though you could do the work situation and then possibly do the classes at night or vice versa. I don't know what time this job is, if it's a day job or a night job, but you could switch the hours. Is it going to be hard? Is it going to be tight? Absolutely, for a little while, but you will find that balance. And just like Trinity says, and with all that balance, with all that work, you need to find yourself a balance of some playtime as well. But always, I think school is amazing. And I think the opportunity for this job is one of those jobs that, hey, it's here. I could make good money, but I just don't want to see you lose you stopping school, because what's going to happen is you're going to stop school. You're going to do this job and you're going to turn around and you're end up back in school. So you're going to miss out on all this time where you could have graduated sooner than later. and it's really going to bother you. So my suggestion is to try to see if you can't take on both. But as Trinity was saying, it's all about that time and how to organize it and how to make it work for you. Simple things. I mean, even if you're in the tub and you got a recording, put your earbuds in, sit back, listen to the lecture, find out what's happening in that lecture. You're going to absorb that information, but yet at the same time, you're relaxing in a hot tub, maybe drinking a glass of wine or, tea, whatever it is that you like to drink. But, it's just about making the effort to make it all work. And I think that's where you're at, and you're nervous about doing it because it is going to take a lot of your time. Remember that doing this is only for a short period of time. You're going to be able to get through all of that. You're going to be able to move it forward. So just, go from there. Everything looks good, and I feel like you're in a good place. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kira, for your question tonight. It was absolutely awesome. And, take in what we said. Take that into consideration. Kay, your question is next. I need you to rewrite it, sweetie. All right. After Kay, we got Margarita, Ruby, and Joy. So after that, we got a whole lot more. But these are the next 4 in line. So Kay, I need your question again, sweetheart. And then Margarita, get your question ready. Ruby and Joy, all of y'all get your questions ready. We're getting closer and closer to some of the names that are asking if they're still on the list. Absolutely, and I do and will get to each and every one of you, okay?
Yeah. Well, it's about 11:30. Are you going to let me throw out like 2 readings real quick?
Sure, go for it. Shoot right now.
Okay. This reading is for Mary. Mary, here's what's going on with you. You have to picture yourself. You're like on a boat in a journey and you're heading somewhere and you're not sure if the emotions are going to get worse or if they're going to die out. Well, I'm telling you now, if you get inner peace and you work with yourself, then they will die out. There's not going to have to be an argument or a big fight or anything like that. I know that, Mary, I'm talking to you, Mary, who used to go to church years ago, but now you have left the church. And you also feel like you're just tired and carrying a lot of weight. There's a lot going on with you there, too. But you're actually heading somewhere. You're going to a journey, and that's what you really need to keep in mind, Miss Mary, that you're not where you're going, but you're not where you used to be, but you will get to where you're trying to get. And where are you trying to get? You're trying to get to a place of better financial stability, and you're concerned about your children. It's going to get there, okay? You're going to get peace of mind with both of them in about 3 to 6 months. That's the time limit I'm looking at. You know what I mean? In 3 months, you'll see more improvements. In 6 months, you'll see the physical manifestations of it. If you doubt and if you fight against yourself, it could actually take longer. It could take almost a year. So that's how powerful thoughts are. Okay, and I just want to send this out to Phyllis. And you are brown skin? I think we met you before. Well, you asked, did you see an angel? Yeah, that was an angel. Okay, Phyllis, so you're an African American woman. You're about 5'7", medium build, a little bit thick, but you were asking if you saw an angel and what should you do about it? Well, you saw the angel. What you saw, that wasn't like, you're not crazy. You're not losing your mind. That was a messenger, you know what I mean, from the universe or whatever. And they were discussing with you about your mind and your thoughts and how you should not be afraid to die and you shouldn't be afraid of the afterlife. That's what they were saying to you, because that's what you were actually watching TV and you were getting scared about it and thinking about people you love dying and corona and this and that. And they're like, calm down, don't be scared. It's going to be all right. And you got, a good long time here still, so don't worry about that. And they were telling you that you're giving out too much money to people. That's to you, Phyllis. And actually, you are part of my Psychic Connection people here, but they wanted me to tell you that. Okay, Journey, back to you now.
All right. Mm-hmm. Those are some of the things Spirit was saying to her earlier. All right. Kay, I never got your question, so I'm going to skip over to Margarita. Kay, resend me your question. Margarita, I didn't get your question either, guys. I'm going to need you guys to put your questions in. I need Ruby, Joy, Sierra, and Kay Brown to throw their questions at me. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I know. I seen you sent a question earlier, but they're getting erased as they go up. That's why when I call your name, I need you guys to resend your questions because they're getting erased. The queue can only hold so many. All right, Margarita. Margarita, is there anything you want to tell me about Oscar or about wanting me to move my children into our own home?
Okay. Hola, Margarita. ¿Qué pasa? Muy importante, por favor, un momento. Wow. I just see Oscar that, and I'm talking about like for now, like in the last few days and the next few days. I'm not talking about long term. I do see him trying to come up with a plan to make more money. Money's coming up a lot tonight. But I see him also treasuring and valuing your relationship. Yeah, I think you guys had broke up and went through some tormenting things. I think it was a very up and down, high impassioned, intense relationship. But he's actually literally giving you a flower. He's remembering so much. He's still dealing with his mother, the mother situation. He's dealing with that, and there's like actually not sadness, but a lot of anger towards that, and a lot of things he wished would have been resolved while she was physically here. So that's what I want to tell you about Oscar. Oscar is he remembers how he used to be when you guys were first dating, and how he used to like give you that look, that and do his eyebrows or something like, oh God. But anyway, he's been thinking about that a little bit and reminiscing on that. When he goes through really hard times, you do come to mind.
Says I did prayer at night, the white candle for him that you told me to do last week.
Well, he senses you. He senses you because he's running into things that cause him to remember you and the good times. He's like not really wanting to think. And if you know how he is, like, I mean, face to face, you probably say, oh, he's in denial. He's not being honest. But he does tend to try to push aside things that really bother him. So he's not really looking back at the bad things that happened or little arguments or things he said to you that were cruel. But he's just remembering, he's getting little glimpses of good memories with you guys. I do see him looking around. He's either trying to get an extra income, like another job, or he's trying to get a job, but he's trying to get more money. There's things going on in his environment where he needs this extra money. And it's going to come to him too. Yeah, I guess you are, but you're far away physically, but you're close. You're very close right now. Spiritually, that's what I'm seeing a really close bond and everything, and he's just carrying you like on Castaway when the guy's on the island and he has a picture of his girl or something. Well, I wouldn't worry about that. I would not worry about that because, before when I was like rejection is protection. I actually heard that from someone else before, and I'm just using what I heard. But my thing is, and I told you before, there is a lot of anger with him. But when I say these things these are secrets and mysteries, you got to hold it to yourself now. You can't be like, oh, she said that. But yeah, he does think about you because you asked, so I'm telling you. And right now he's looking at money. He's got a lot of anger with him. He's going through family things. He's got thieves all around him, or he's thieving. I don't know, but there's a lot of theft going on. There's a lot of taking of things, and he's stealing and they're stealing from him. And there's a lot going on with Oscar. So he hasn't reached out to me or unblocked me. But I think on some level you can sense him and feel him too. I think so. And you're already wishing well for him. And actually, because if you're very attached to him, by you lighting that white candle and sending good thoughts to him, that'll help release you from that. So you're not like karmically tied to that necessarily. I did remember all of our great times adventures when I went to see him in Guadalajara. I'm sorry, Guadalajara, Mexico in my prayer. Okay, that's good then. Well, I think he was doing that too. I think there is like I said, that sort of connection where you and him think on similar lines and things like that. But we gotta also look at what's going on in the here and now. Those fond memories can help carry us, but we gotta look at what's going on here and now. And what's going on right now is they want you to show more appreciation for your immediate environment. And I know last time when we talked, Margarita, I was like, okay, caramba, ¿qué pasa? Yo no sé qué. I don't know what's going on. What are they talking about? So when they talked to me and said, look into your immediate environment, what they were saying was just like keep appreciating it. Keep doing that. Don't feel bad. Don't get mad over it and things like that. And the kids, I know, like lately they have been a little bit wild. And like one of the kids, the younger one, you got to change his diet. That little kid's getting way too much sugar, they say too much sugar. And the other one, and my kids are going through it too, these electronics, they got these kids, and it's like sometimes they get on phones and play games, and it kind of causes, the creation of them. Sometimes when they go to create, it's a little bit different than how it was like 20 or 30 years ago as us as children or so all I'm saying is the children will be fine. The younger one, you have to change the diet. The other one, just have him do more things besides he's like really into electronics. I think they're your kids I'm seeing, right? How many children? You have 2 boys at least? Well, if not, they could be your cousins. They popped out. Well, I'm gonna give it back to you, Journey, and we'll see how that goes. But I know I had to say it for a reason. I wouldn't have just said it to say it, but somebody is concerned about the kids, and they're thinking, are they autistic? The one, he's not autistic.
Since I'm working on moving my children and into a new home, I told my mom we argue too much, even when I try to set a positive vibe. So she says I have a boy and a girl.
Whoa, who's the other little boy then? Oh, is she a tomboy? The energy came off as a little boy, so I don't know. I think it's the girl who's into the TV, though. I mean, the electronics. She's the electrical one.
She says they are both being tested for autism.
I'm telling you, it's the sugar and it's the TV. When you change their diet a little bit, add a little more fruit and vegetable, and and I get what you're saying. It's probably your mom doing it. I don't like to blame moms because I'm a mom, and we all got a mom. But I'm just saying that there's certain things with their diet that'll help them, and the other one, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, electronics and things like that. So other than that, like your environment right now, it sounds like you are staying with your mom, but I know it sounds like something that goes against your natural born intuition, Margarita, because you like to see truth and you like to call things down as they are. You like to be 100 and keep it real. And I get that. But for now, just dip into your Pisces realm, mystical, Neptunian, Cancer ways, and just say, hey, you know what? I'm at least happy I have a place to stay. And find little things in that immediate environment that you like and appreciate. That way, when you move into your next environment, that'll carry on. Because right now, there's like some complaints about things and how they're done. So you said they have a lot more fruit, fresh fruit, and now more water. Because that's your beautiful mother intuition.
She says my
I
son
definitely got the kids confused.
She says my son breaks down when my mom doesn't give him her phone, but she made him like that.
Right. And this is all work in progress. It's going to get better for you. So, like I said, so that might be like, well, do you see me moving? Am I going to move? How long is it going to take? How long will I be stuck here? When will my finances loosen up? Hey, you're taking on way too much right now and trying to work on too many things at one time. Take it one step at a time. Because now you see you're already doing it. You're right. Something you said, you know what? I better start giving them more fruits and vegetables and more water. But it's not showing yet. It's not, because sometimes if that happens, it might take actually a few months before you can see the results.
She said, I did tell my parents I appreciate them, but overstepping me, and they don't like when I put my son in his spot.
All right. Well, let me see. Like I said, sometimes when you're actually doing the best you can and you're applying everything that you know how, you just have to let it grow. You have to let it grow. That's all. And you have to keep that hope. Like, you can't go back to your old ways and try to get all mad and stuff like that. So isn't it nice to just talk to someone where they're not really telling you anything you don't know and they're not giving you anything new, but they're just on the sideline saying, look, Margarita, you're doing very good. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't get tired. Keep being appreciative. Keep, keep the fruits and vegetables. With the phone thing, just try to divert that child's attention a little if you can.
She says it's very uncomfortable.
And it's very temporary. It's not going to be forever. I promise that. Well, that's a crazy promise. That's like the fake psychic, like, oh, let me see. I predict that you will eat food sometime tomorrow or next week. By next week, you'll be eating food. Like that. But all I'm saying is it's not going to be forever. And when you keep that in mind, then you'll understand better.
It's just that they make me feel like I'm not trying to be a good mom.
That's why, well, look, you come here and you're calling us. You're asking us questions. And so in your mind, I want you to keep in mind that Journey and myself and Faith, Gifts of Faith, like people like us, we understand you. And even though we're not there physically and we're not monetarily helping you, we do care about you and we understand, but we see that you're a good mom.
Says my dad says I can't take care of these two babies.
Okay, and this is the last part I'm going to probably say. That's because he's having an inner battle with himself because he feels as though he failed you as a parent. It's like a reverse psychology. There's a lot of psychological warfare going on. Your children are beautiful. There's a little envy there, and we can't help that. But they it's like they are your kids, and you're a good mom. So, like, what else can we say about that? You're loving, you're nurturing, and you do your best. And you hug them, you teach them. Like, what more can you do? What more can you do? All you can do is when they try not to argue back with them, try not to feed into it. And understand that he's arguing with himself. His war is with him. His battle is with him. His words are for him.
So because they said, oh, my daughter wants a pony.
Exactly. Right. And why shouldn't she have a pony if she wants one? She deserves the best. And guess what? God willing, one day you could buy her a pony. It might be like down the road a little bit, but this is all temporary and you're going to come through it and you're going to come through it fine. You know what I mean? When you go to move, there's going to be unexpected things that happen to really push that to go more. But you're definitely going to get the money and the means to get your own place with you and your children. So if that is your question, that is going to happen. And if you're asking when, I'm telling you now, there's more than one route to get there. There's not just, oh, this is going to happen and then that. There's multiple ways this is going to be accomplished. But just please remember that you have somebody like me and Journey in your corner. I know Gifts of Faith says she likes to pray for everybody. You have a whole lot of support. You know what I mean? And actually, it might not hurt if you maybe journal or in today's world videotape.
Says, do you have a green light about us moving out? There's already
a place for you. Yep. A really cute place for you. Washer and dryer, comfortable, cozy, pretty okay neighborhood. Yeah, but you're gonna have different choices. But I basically see you in a really cute place with like the good stuff, the air conditioning, heating, and washer and dryer. It's gonna get there. Trust me, you're gonna get there. But until you do get there, because there's not much I can say. But hold on, I'm looking. All I can say about the dad and the mom is you gotta let them be them. They're old. You're not going to change them. So don't even try. Just your children do know you love them. So you're doing your best job there and you are going to get out of it. You'll be helping other women one day. You will. Trust me. You help a lot of people now, but down the road, you'll be helping those young girls that go through similar of what you're going through. Everything happens for a reason. And by then you'll be so well adept at understanding these dynamics in the family and envy of children and comparing and overriding your parental authority and criticisms. You'll be so strong. Your heart is being tried. It's like on fire, but it's going to come forth like gold, Margarita. So, escucha, es muy importante. Okay? Yo quiero. Back to you, Journey.
All right, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have much time, so we're going to jump right over to the next question. Let me get to it. I'm going to scroll back up. This one comes from Kay. It says, you know how much I love Larry. We've known each other since about 1998. I moved in with him as I did my kids. The sex was the best. We had an argument the other night on the horn. He said he didn't have much energy. My question is, will he come over to my apartment again? If so, when? I was also told about a man I'd meet in June. Tell me about him.
Whoa. Yeah, leave that up there for a second, Journey.
Yeah, I ain't getting rid of that. I'm gonna leave him. Let's just sit this right here.
Pin young drop. Boy, you got some money saved up, girl?
Pin drop.
Sugar mama. Oh boy. I moved in with him, as did my kids. We had an argument the other night on the horn. Okay. He said he didn't have much energy. My question is, will he come over to my apartment again? If so, when? I was also told about a man I'd meet in June. Tell me about him. Well, so the guy in June, there's this thing though. The things you do now will affect what's going to occur in June. So that's why I know, it may have been Journey who may have said that, or it could have been Gifts of Faith. I'm not sure, or some psychic. I don't know. But I can definitely tell you that if you have the exes lingering on and you have a lot of stuff going on, then when you do meet a guy, that's what you're going to attract. It's going to actually be more of that. So my thing with that is, okay, let's talk about this June guy. He's actually someone who's not looking to settle down and be serious at this point. The one you'll meet in June. He's not going to have like an engagement ring, and he just wants a companion to have fun with, enjoy their company, and of course sex. Now, let's talk about sex. I love Larry. We've known each other since 1998. I moved in with him, as did my kids. The sex was the best. Well, that's because you guys know each other's bodies, and, you know, there's a lot of connections there. And let me see. Hold on. I'm still here. Wow. Okay, so what I'm hearing with Larry is you definitely need more clarity on what's going on with him that I'm not going to be able to share with that rate. I'm not going to be able to speak on what's going on with Larry, of why he has sort of basically all of a sudden become distant. Like y'all were together, you were intimate, and now he's distant. But I can say that it's not all personal. It's not all UK. It's not because of things like you've said or did wrong and this bad stuff going on. It's him working things out within himself, and that's what's going on with him. Yeah, Larry, he's just gonna keep being how he been all these years. He's going to keep growing in it, but it's not going to be a whole big shift, difference, change with him. The guy in June that you'll meet, that might be a variable, because, like I said, the things you do and say now are going to have a big effect on June. Because right now we're only still going into early February, so you have March, April, May, and June, 4 months. But if you really want to, and this is what we talked about, you want to seriously settle down and meet the right guy, you might have to sort of walk away from some of these, like the exes and the boyfriends, and just do your own work. It's like a purification situation. Like, get the end of the cycle, get it out of your system. And if not, then you can look forward to meeting a guy who's going to be, like I said, in it for fun and companionship. But, like, no, you don't want to put yourself in a painful or confusing situation in June. So the ball is basically in your court of, like, how you're going to want this relationship to go with the man in June. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually, now that you say that, you said that before. You said that, like, Larry, I believe you said he's married and he has a girlfriend, right? But the way you worded it just now, it made it sound like he was over there recently and you did it and then he went away. But yeah, Larry, he's definitely, that's why I probably didn't speak on it. We spoke about him last time, you know? But Let me see. Well, it does show up like, so in the spiritual realm, even though you're not physically with the person, they still are connected to you though. So there's still like a strong connection and bond with you and Larry and like the three other men. So when I say like you want to like let go of these ties, it's like redirect your mind and your focus. But yeah, okay, you should be looking forward to a really good summer and you know what I mean, meeting a nice guy and having that fun companionship you're looking for. Because it's out there. Okay, back to you, Journey.
All right. Well, okay. I just want to add on top of that is that, with Larry, you know how I feel about that situation with Larry. I just feel as though even though you guys have a bond and a connection, I honestly never really feel as though that you guys are going to get back what you had. And I feel as though that connection with you guys will only just be on a different plane. Like you guys have the connection, but physically, I don't feel like you guys are going to come together. Larry's not the same person you knew in 1998. And, so his energy is different. It is lower. It is, changing. But, I just don't feel like he's the one. So I really think that you give yourself the opportunity, as Trinity was just telling you, to let go of the exes. The new energy with new people walking through the door will take hold and, be able to move forward. She says, what does the new characteristics do the new guys have? Well, honey, right now the same characteristics are the same ones that you're dealing with your exes. Trinity just answered that for you. If you're going to continue to keep allowing, the exes to infiltrate what you've got going on, you're going to keep running into these fixer-uppers. So you need to kind of walk away from that situation. Start looking for people that have the same interest in you, attraction, things like that. So just know that that's going to change as long as you start making the changes and kind of push away the exes. As maybe you can keep them as friends, but keep it on that level. Don't be romantic or talk romantically to them. All right, Kay, thank you so much for your question. We got one more, and then we're calling it a night, guys, and we'll be back for dream interpretations tomorrow. And then we're going to, then we'll be with, I do this every time, with Aquarius on Friday.
Aquarius B. Roberts.
I trip on that.
I do too. I call him his other name and that. But I wanted to say, I said to Kay a while back, maybe in October or November before Thanksgiving, I admire her romance, you know what I mean, and her strong desire for that good love. And I actually did suggest she start writing like romantic novels. Her mind is so strong for Psychic. It did look like he was with her recently. So she had one hell of a sex dream because I saw that.
Oh, so I'll never see.
I don't know if you'll see him again, but I know that you've been going through problems with Amanda and, the wife and the girlfriend. Like Larry's got a lot going on. But I'm telling you, Kay, there might be a chance if you're in the mood to start journaling again. I'm going to say that word again, but like your brain is creative, like romance novels, girl, you could write a book, all them fixer-uppers, and not men you've been with physically, but men uncles, brothers, relatives, like a lot about love. You could write a book of love, if not for anybody else, for yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take our last question. Our last question of the night comes from Joy. It says, hi, Ryan and Trinity, regards to my ex, do I have to contact him or just give him a space right now? I had a dream about him last night. Just wanted to ask him if he's okay.
He's okay. He is okay. And the dream that came to you about him, the dream was basically trying to send you a message, okay? Through the colors you saw and the things that you were picking up on. The dream is basically telling you to give him his space. Like, yeah, back up off of him, you know? He's an X for a reason, a lot of reasons. He's going to be okay. And sometimes when I see people, myself, going through things that I love and care about still, you have to remember he's like creating the kind of world he wants. He's doing his best him. So he's going to be okay. You know, it's sort of like a situation where he's putting out and working on, like diligently working on things that are going to come out more in the future, but you're not going to be able to change it or stop it or anything like that. But the dream you had about him, the dream is telling you, and I'm not going to get too into it because you might be like, well, how do you know my dream? Da, 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 da. And you can come back with Marin too. And Journey also does dreams. But I'm going to say this part for me, the Trinity Black part, is the dream was asking you to release him and let him go. And the dream was speaking to you in symbols. And the whole point of the dream, which was really a nightmare you had, let's just keep it real. Let's keep it a beam, Joy. It was really kind of a nightmare, and it was vague, and you woke up remembering bits and parts of it, and it made your heart beat, and then you felt like, uh-oh, something must be wrong. Should I warn him? Should I contact him? No, don't do none of that. Let him go. Let that go. You know, he was abusive to you, and you don't need that in your life. And I'm not judging you or telling you what you should do, but for what you're trying to do in life now, like your next new page in life, you're actually doing a lot of studies, and if you're not, you will be soon. That's coming up for you. And you're going to need your memory and your brain and energy for what you're working on. And physically, these things with this X, they could cause you problems down the road. And it could also lead you right into a guy similar to him. So the dream was trying to let you know in gentle ways that to release him. And that's why, and I'm going to hurry up because it's almost over, but that's why even through the TV, they've been talking to you through the TV, you know what I mean? And things are coming up to show you that, okay, you did that, done that, it's time to move on to something better now. But since we're out of time, I'm going to go and pass it to Journey now. But I really do wish you the best. You're fiery, you're energetic, and you got this. You got this, Joy. You got this. But yeah, leave him alone.
All right. Yeah, I have to agree. I have to agree with Trinity there on that. I think that's an energy that needs to be left alone. Let him come to his, let him come to his own energy at that point, because that's what I'm seeing here. So the energy just seems like, if he gets his time, he'll reach back out. But right now he needs his space. He definitely needs the space, but I definitely get that he's okay. It looks like he's working through a situation, and I do feel like he's going to connect with you, here soon, but just give him the time that he needs right now. Hey guys, there's a lot of you guys I did not get to. We do apologize. We got a lot of people coming in here. That's why we're going to start this jump of the list thing next week. But I guys definitely want you guys to tune in tomorrow for dream interpretations. Tomorrow night with Marin, and then Friday with Aquarius, doing more psychic readings. I can't wait for you guys to get a chance to meet him. He is my special guest this Friday, and it'll be a great show. All right, Trinity, I always want to say thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. I'm looking forward to Marin and Aquarius B. Roberts, too.
All right.
You and Faith, y'all really kicked it. I love the shows.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Hi, everyone.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you guys to everybody. This is Journey Ryan and Trinity saying good night. God bless. And we'll see you tomorrow.